Hello, English learners. Welcome back to Life Talk English. I'm Nico.
And I'm Alyssa.
Right now, imagine this. You're walking down a quiet street in the evening. Maybe lights are glowing in shop windows. Maybe you're carrying a coffee. And you hear people chatting in English as you pass. You want to join in, but
That tiny little voice in your head that says, what if I make a mistake? What if they laugh?
exactly. And that's what today is about. Building the kind of confidence where you don't freeze up. You just say something, even something small.
And by the way, this might be harder than it sounds because starting small is actually the trickiest part.
True, but that's why we're here, to practice together.
Liking what you hear? Hit that like button and subscribe to join us for more, but only if this is your kind of learning.
And we'd love to know where you're listening from and what time it is there. Drop it in the comments.
Now, settle in, maybe grab a notebook or just relax with your headphones on, and let's ease into today's English journey together.
So, finding your voice in English. Think of it like warming up your muscles before exercise. You don't start by running a marathon. You stretch, you walk, you breathe.
Yeah, so with English, your stretching is little phrases, like when you enter a shop, hi there. When you leave, thanks, have a good one.
And the nice thing is, these tiny lines are safe. Nobody expects a big answer. It's like dipping your toes in the water.
Oh, that's such a good image. Like, you don't need to dive into the ocean. You just let the water touch your feet first.
Let's try a role play. Alyssa, you're walking into my bakery.
Your bakery? Okay, nice. I push the door open and I say, hi.
I smile and say, hi there. How are you today?
And I answer, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
See how short that is? That's less than 10 seconds, but it's practice.
And you, the listener, you can say those exact words out loud with us right now. Try it. I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Don't just listen, whisper it, mumble it, say it, even if your cat thinks you're weird.
My cat already thinks I'm weird.
True, but the point is, every small phrase is like lifting a light weight. The more you do it, the easier it feels.
And it's not just about grammar. It's about rhythm. English has a kind of bounce. Like, how are you? You hear the rise and fall?
Yes, the melody. If you copy that melody, even simple words sound confident.
Exactly. And confidence isn't perfect vocabulary. It's tone, rhythm, and just showing up in the conversation.
Let's give them a list of easy warm-up phrases they can sprinkle into daily life.
Okay. Hi there. How's it going? Morning. Thanks so much. See you later.
And my favorite, no worries. That one's gold. You can use it when someone says sorry.
Yeah, like, oops, I bumped into you. And you say, no worries. Done. Friendly.
Want another fun one? Take care. You can say it instead of bye.
Listeners, pick one of these and promise yourself to say it today. Just one. That's how you start finding your voice.
Here's something I tell my students. Your first English words of the day should be before breakfast.
Before breakfast? That's early.
Exactly. Say, good morning to yourself in the mirror. Or, today will be a good day. Doesn't matter if nobody hears you. Your mouth gets used to English sounds.
And the mirror doesn't judge you, unless your hair is messy.
True, but this self-talk builds a habit.
Can I add a cultural note here?
Please.
In English-speaking countries, people often value friendliness more than perfection. So if you walk into a store and say, hi, how are you? Even with an accent, people usually smile. They don't think, oh no, grammar mistake. They think, oh, that's nice.
That's such a key point. Confidence is often about how you make the other person feel, and small greetings make people feel good.
Let's play another scene. Imagine you're at a bus stop.
All right. I stand next to you and I say, cold today, huh?
And I answer, yeah, it is.
Done. That's the conversation. Simple.
But it counts. You used your voice. You connected.
Listeners, think of one small phrase you could say tomorrow. Write it down, maybe nice day or busy today. That's your homework.
And here's a secret. If you keep repeating these little lines, your brain starts trusting your mouth. And then when a bigger conversation happens, you're not frozen.
Yes, like muscle memory. You don't think, you just speak.
So finding your voice isn't about shouting or being the loudest. It's about practicing the tiny, safe lines until your voice feels natural in English.
And if you ever feel silly, remember, we're all learners somewhere. Even native speakers trip over their words.
Oh, like me last week when I ordered coffee and said cappuccino instead of cappuccino.
I wasn't going to mention it.
But the barista just smiled. So, lesson learned, mistakes don't kill the conversation. Silence does.
So, start small, warm up daily, repeat friendly lines. That's how you find your English voice.
And once you find it, you'll notice you want to use it more and more.
Which brings us to the next step. Once you've found your voice, how do you keep the conversation flowing?
We'll get into that in the next section.
So now that you've found your voice with those small warm-up lines, let's talk about how to keep the ball rolling, how to ask polite questions and give smooth replies.
Yeah, because the real magic happens after hi and how are you? Otherwise, you're stuck with awkward silence.
Nobody likes awkward silence. Unless you're a cat. Then you love it.
True. But for humans, conversation flows when we ask and answer in a friendly way.
Let's start with polite questions. In English, politeness often means adding softeners. Instead of, "Where's the bathroom?" you say, "Excuse me, could you tell me where the bathroom is?"
And even shorter, you can say, "Excuse me, where's the bathroom, please?" That little please is like magic dust.
Exactly. English speakers love those polite particles. Please, thank you, sorry. They keep things smooth.
And notice how you don't need difficult grammar. Could you? Can you? Easy, but polite.
Let's role play. Elisa, you're the tourist. I'm the local.
Okay. Excuse me, could you tell me where the train station is?
Sure, it's just 2 blocks down that way.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
See, that's natural. Short, polite, and friendly.
Here's the trick. When you ask politely, people want to help you. Politeness opens doors.
And confidence grows because people respond positively. It's like feeding the fire. Your little spark of confidence gets bigger.
Now, let's flip it. Answering questions. Sometimes learners freeze when someone asks them something unexpected.
Oh, yes. Like when a stranger says, busy day, and you think, what do I say?
The secret is you don't need long answers. Short and smooth works fine.
For example, yeah, pretty busy. How about you? That how about you bounces the ball back.
Perfect. It keeps the rhythm alive.
Let's give a few examples they can copy.
Okay. Question. How was your weekend?
Answer. Good, thanks. I relaxed. How about yours?
Question. Do you like this neighborhood?
Answer. Yeah, I do. It's quiet. How about you?
See the pattern? Answer plus how about you? It's like conversational glue.
I love that. Conversational glue. Because without it, the talk just stops.
Right. And the beauty is you don't need big vocabulary. Just echo and share a little.
Can we do a cafe scene? I think that's a fun one.
Sure. We're sitting at a cafe table. You're the learner. I'm the English-speaking friend.
Okay. So I say, this coffee is good.
I answer, yeah, it is. Do you come here often?
And I say, not really. First time. How about you?
Boom. That's a full conversation from one simple comment.
Listeners, notice how the conversation grows like a tree. One branch leads to another. Good coffee leads to, do you come here often? Leads to, not really, how about you?
And suddenly 10 minutes have passed. That's how daily conversations flow.
Here's a cultural note. In English-speaking countries, people often use small talk as social oil. It's not about deep meaning, it's about friendliness.
Yes, questions like, how's your day? Or what are you up to? Are not invitations for long stories. They're like friendly waves.
Exactly. You don't need to give your life history. Just a short reply keeps it warm.
So let's practice with the listener. I'll ask a question. You, yes, you, answer out loud. Ready? Hey, how's it going?
Did you say it? Try, good thanks. How about you?
Nice. Now another. Busy at work today?
Answer could be, yeah, a bit. You?
Perfect. Listeners, say it out loud even if you're on the bus. Just mumble softly. Nobody cares.
Unless you're sitting next to someone, then they'll think you're practicing for karaoke.
Or they'll think you're confident.
So what happens if you don't understand the question? That's scary for learners.
Good point. Confidence means knowing how to handle that too. You can simply say, sorry, could you say that again?
Or, I didn't catch that. That's supernatural.
And people will repeat or rephrase. That's normal.
See, you don't lose confidence. You show it because asking for clarity is a confident move.
So, to sum up this part, confidence in daily chats comes from asking politely, answering smoothly, and bouncing the ball back with little questions like, how about you?
And also knowing it's okay not to understand everything because you can politely ask again.
Which brings us to the next skill, telling little stories. That's where your English starts to sparkle.
I can't wait because stories make conversations memorable.
All right, so far we've practiced warming up with short phrases and then keeping conversations alive with polite questions and answers.
Yeah, but now we get to the fun part, storytelling. Because honestly, that's when people really lean in.
Exactly. Stories are what make you interesting, not just polite. And you don't need to be a novelist. Even tiny everyday stories can sparkle.
For example, instead of just saying, I was late, you could say, I was late because I missed the bus. Again. Boom, you've got a little story.
And people can react. They can laugh, say, oh no, or share their own story.
And suddenly, you're not just practicing English, you're connecting.
Let's try a mini scene. Elisa, ask me how my morning was.
Okay. How is your morning, Nico?
It was okay, but I spilled coffee on my shirt before leaving the house.
See, that's a story. And I can say, oh no, did anyone notice?
Yeah, they did, and now we're talking.
Listeners, notice something. You don't need fancy grammar for a story. Just connect ideas. I was late because. It happened when. I felt but.
Yes, those little connectors are golden. Because, then, so, but. With those, you can link two sentences, and suddenly you're telling a story.
Let's give them a list to practice. Say out loud, I was happy because. It was funny when. I felt nervous, but. Then I realized.
Perfect practice lines. Listeners, try finishing those sentences with something from your own life. It doesn't need to be dramatic. Even, I was happy because I ate ice cream works.
You know, that reminds me of my first time ordering ice cream in English. I was nervous, and I said, 1 ice cream ball, please.
Ball?
Yeah, the guy looked at me funny and then said, you mean scoop? And I was like, yes, scoop. And we both laughed.
That's such a great example. Even a mistake becomes a story, and people remember stories more than perfect sentences.
Here's a cultural note. In many English-speaking countries, people use small stories as social glue. They share what happened on the weekend, something funny their kid said, even just, the bus was late again.
Right. It's not about being impressive. It's about being human.
Let's role-play a longer example. Nico, ask me about my weekend.
Sure. Hey, Elisa, how was your weekend?
It was good. On Saturday, I tried cooking pasta, but I burned the garlic. The whole kitchen smelled so bad.
Oh, no. Did you still eat it?
Yeah, but it tasted awful. Next time I'll be more careful.
See? That's maybe 5 sentences, but it's engaging.
And listeners, if you're worried about vocabulary, don't. Even if you don't know burned the garlic, you can say, I cooked pasta and it was bad. That's still a story.
Exactly. Details can grow later. Confidence starts with sharing something.
Let's do a quick practice together. Nico, you say the start of a story and listeners will finish it out loud.
Good idea. Ready? Yesterday, I went to the shop and then...
Did you say something? Even if it was silly, that's perfect.
Another one. This morning, I was late because...
Nice. You see how easy it is to tell a mini story?
And here's the best part. Stories invite stories. If you tell one, people usually share one back.
Yes. Like if I say I spilled coffee, someone else might say, oh, I did that last week, and suddenly you're bonding.
So, storytelling is not just about grammar practice, it's about creating real connections.
And confidence comes from realizing people actually enjoy hearing from you.
Quick reminder, you don't need to be funny, just honest. But if something funny happens, don't be afraid to laugh at yourself. That makes you relatable.
Like me and my ice cream ball. I still laugh about it.
And so do I.
So, to wrap this section, practice telling tiny stories with simple connectors. Because, then, so, but.
And remember, your everyday life is full of stories. Use them, share them. That's how your English voice becomes not just confident, but engaging.
And up next, we'll tackle something every learner fears, making mistakes.
Oh yes, the big scary monster.
Spoiler, it's not so scary.
All right, here we are, the section everyone's been waiting for. Mistakes.
Dun, dun, dun.
Exactly. Mistakes feel like this big scary monster hiding under the bed, right?
Totally. And yet, here's the truth. Mistakes are not the monster. Silence is.
Exactly. Because if you say nothing, the conversation ends. But if you say something, even with mistakes, you keep learning.
Let me share a personal story. I once said, I am boring when I meant I am bored.
Ah, classic mix-up.
And the person laughed, but not in a mean way. They said, you're not boring, you're bored. And then we both laughed.
See, that's perfect. A mistake became a memory, and it made you sound more human.
Listeners, repeat this after me. Mistakes mean I'm learning.
Say it again. Mistakes mean I'm learning.
And one more time with feeling.
Slowly. Mistakes mean I'm learning.
See? Every time you say that, you're rewiring your brain.
And here's something cultural. Native speakers don't expect perfection. In fact, they're often impressed when someone tries in a second language.
Yes, I've had people tell me, wow, your English is so good, even when I made mistakes. Just the effort itself is appreciated.
So, how do you handle mistakes in daily conversation? One trick? Laugh.
Absolutely. Smile, laugh, and keep talking. Like, oops, I said that wrong.
Or even, wait, let me try again. That shows confidence, not weakness.
And guess what? The other person often helps you. They might repeat the right word, and you just learn something new.
Let's role-play a mistake moment. Elisa, pretend you're ordering at my cafe again.
Okay. Can I have a large cappuccino, please?
Did you mean Cappuccino?
Yes, cappuccino, thank you.
And that's it. Nobody died, no earthquake, just a little correction.
And I got my coffee.
Now, another tool is asking. If you're not sure, you can say, is that the right word? Or, how do you say this?
That's actually a power move. It turns the mistake into learning and connection.
Yes, because the other person feels helpful and you show curiosity.
Listeners, here's a practice exercise. Say a sentence in English, then correct yourself. Like, I go to the shop yesterday. Oh, I went.
Nice. It trains your brain to notice and fix gently without panic.
And remember, native speakers make mistakes too. We say things like, he doesn't.
Oh, yeah, I do that all the time when I'm tired.
So, you're not perfect, Nico?
Shockingly, no.
Here's another angle. Confidence grows when you realize mistakes create funny stories.
Oh, like when my student once said, I'm pregnant instead of I'm full after dinner.
That must have been awkward.
Everyone laughed, but no harm was done, and they never forgot the right phrase again.
That's the magic. Mistakes stick in your memory.
So, listeners, next time you make one, imagine you're adding a funny sticker to your English notebook.
Yeah, like a silly emoji memory.
And the more stickers you collect, the better you get.
Let's do a quick repeat after me drill. Say out loud, oops, let me try again.
Sorry, I meant.
Did I say that right?
Those little phrases are your safety net. With them, you never fall silent.
And here's one more cultural note. In many English-speaking cultures, humor is a huge part of daily life. Laughing at yourself a little shows you're relaxed.
Which makes people feel relaxed around you. And that's real confidence. Not the absence of mistakes, but the presence of calm.
So, the monster under the bed, not real.
Nope. The real monster is silence.
So speak, stumble, laugh, and repeat. That's the path to fluent confidence.
And speaking of paths, what's the final step in our journey?
Building deeper connections, moving from small talk into real, meaningful conversations.
Ah, the treasure chest at the end. All right, we've warmed up your voice, practiced polite questions, told stories, and even faced mistakes head-on. Now it's time for the final step, building deeper connections.
Yes, because small talk is great, but real confidence shines when you can move beyond it.
Let's start with a scene. Imagine you've been chatting with a coworker every morning at the coffee machine. You shared short greetings, a few weekend stories, maybe laughed at small mistakes. Now what?
You start asking slightly deeper questions like, what's a hobby you really enjoy? Or, have you read any good books lately?
Exactly. And notice, it's still casual, not an interview. The goal is curiosity, not interrogation.
Listeners, repeat this after me. I'm curious about you. It's a mindset, not a phrase.
Because when you approach conversations with curiosity, confidence flows naturally. You're interested in them, not worried about mistakes.
Here's a little trick. Connect topics. If someone mentions a hobby, you can share a related story. Oh, you like painting. I tried watercolor once and ended up with a blue cat instead of a dog.
Oh, that's perfect. It's playful, relatable, and invites the other person to share more.
Another tip, active listening. Nodding, smiling, short phrases like, really, or no way, show engagement.
And it keeps the conversation flowing. People love talking to listeners, not to walls.
Let's role play. You're at the bookstore, I'm the employee.
Okay. Hi, I love this section. Do you have any recommendations?
Yes, I think you might enjoy this author. Their books are funny and engaging.
Oh, sounds great. I read their first book last year. It made me laugh so hard. Do you like reading their older works too?
And just like that, you've moved from polite questions to a real conversation.
Listeners, see the flow. Ask, share a short story, follow up with curiosity.
And don't forget small cultural touches. English speakers often appreciate compliments or observations like, I love your scarf, or this cafe has a cozy vibe.
But keep it genuine. Confidence isn't showing off. It's being authentic and friendly.
Another tip, look for common ground. Even one shared interest can create a bond. Maybe you both love hiking, coffee, or classic movies.
Once you find that, conversations grow naturally. You'll feel like you're speaking with a friend, not practicing English.
Humor is also key. A tiny joke or playful comment lightens the mood. I swear my cat judges my cooking every day.
And listeners, laughing together is one of the fastest ways to build connection. It's instant.
Quick exercise. Tomorrow, try asking someone a slightly deeper question and notice their reaction. It could be at a coffee shop, work, or even online.
And remember, keep it light, share a tiny story if it fits, and stay curious. That's the formula.
And here's a gentle motivational note. The more you do this, the easier it gets. First, small talk, then stories, then slightly deeper connections. It's like climbing a staircase.
Step by step, no rush, and every step strengthens your confidence.
Let's do a mini practice together. I'll start. What's one thing that made you happy this week?
I finished a puzzle I'd been stuck on. It felt surprisingly satisfying.
And now the listener can try. Think of your answer, share it out loud, even if nobody's listening.
Yes, speaking is practice first, perfection later.
Another cultural tip, in English-speaking conversations, showing empathy helps. Simple phrases like, I understand, or that sounds challenging, make a conversation warmer.
And it makes people feel heard. Confidence grows when you notice the other person too.
One more thing, follow-ups. If you met someone yesterday and they mentioned a movie, you can bring it up today. Hey, did you watch that movie you mentioned?
That shows you care, and it strengthens the connection.
So, to sum up this final section, ask curious questions, share tiny stories, use humor and empathy, look for common ground, follow up when possible.
With these tools, your daily conversations become more meaningful and confident. Small talk turns into friendship, work chat into rapport, and awkward moments into laughter.
And remember, confidence is a habit. The more you practice, the more natural it feels.
Congratulations! You've completed the core of our journey today.
From warming up your voice, practicing polite exchanges, telling stories, handling mistakes, and building real connections.
Your English voice is alive now.
And keep using it. Every small conversation counts.
Because every conversation is a step closer to fluency.